Recording. Grimlord here, and this is Grimm's Comics Corner. We're back with Spawn, and we're gonna read to the end, so let's see where it takes us. Let's get started. 72, May 1998, Bloodless. Got some vampire stuff going on now, guys. Could get interesting. Imagine a night so deep the shadows billow and swim as if alive, and the wind, cold as the full moon above, carries with it a faint scent of blood. Tonight is such a night. Al, you okay? Imagine a place where heaven and hell cross paths in the ragged shadows of long-abandoned buildings, where derelict angels roam the alleyways among throngs of the homeless, where renegade vampires in heaven's employ are stationed, and where hell's iron soldier, a being called Spawn, is once again caught in the crossfire. This is such a place. It has been a night of violent upheaval for Spawn. A showdown with the madman known as the Freak, a gang war among the denizens of Rat City. Of course, we know that was the last issue. And he has just now endured the rabid attack of a vampire, only to see the creature called off by the mysterious vagabond known as Bootsy. Just take it easy there, big guy. Everything's gonna be okay. Bootsy? What the hell is going on, Bootsy? Do you know what that thing is? Yes, I know, and he won't hurt you. I'll see to it. You and I, we need to talk, and there's not much time. Hey, I couldn't help myself. Full moon and all. Gee, looks like the old radiator sprung a leak there, Hellspawn. Get out of the way, Bootsy. I'm sending this degenerate back to hell. Oh, well, he says enough, you know. Bring it on, meat boy. Maybe there's no blood in your veins, but I'm still gonna get a kick out of bringing you down. Stop it! I command you. This is a holy place, Wolfram. You owe allegiance to the Shining City. You will do what I say. Shining City? What are you talking about? You didn't know? Oh, Bootsy's got a halo hidden under his cap. Don't ya? But he ain't no saint. Yeah, I got your number, Bootsy. You're not supposed to interfere with mortals, but I know that you saved that bum's life. They're gonna haul your self-righteous ass before the Seraphic Tribunal, and then we'll see who's giving orders. Spawn 70. I am not afraid to answer for my actions, but for now I am still the ranking emissary and you will do what you are told. Don't worry, I can bide my time. The day is coming, my friend. And there's nothing you can do. The ranks of my kind are legion, just waiting in the night to strike. There's an army on the march, kids. Just wait and see. I don't intend on waiting. We can finish this now. Oh! Tough guy. Why so hostile, Spawn? You and me were cut from the same rotten cloth. I am nothing like you. Undead, cursed to walk the earth, skulking in shadows. None of that rings a bell. Guess I got the wrong guy. Back off. Of course, unlike you, I wear the mark of heaven, and ain't the only one. Hell, there's a whole nest of them down by the Bowery. Now that's a scene that'll make your flesh crawl. If you had any flesh, that is. The way I see it, Spawn, heaven's given me and mine a license to kill, and we're going to use it. That's enough, Wolfram. Your mandate is clearly defined. Ah, jeez, Bootsy, you're no... Wait, someone's coming. I can smell it. The police. We've got to get you out of here, both of you. Al Simmons, we still need to talk. I'll find you and Wolfram. I'll deal with you later. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That was a little off. Al Simmons, we still need to talk. I'll find you. And Wolfram, I'll deal with you later. See you around, Spawn. Not if I see you first. Poof! This is all turning out badly. If I'm not careful, this could all blow up in my face. Whomp! Freeze! Police! Clack! Peace be with you, officers. What's going on here? We had reports of a disturbance? I'm sorry, officer. Afraid that must have been me. See, I sometimes have trouble sleeping. I cry out in my sleep. I didn't mean to bother no one. Likely story, pal. I want you planted there like a lamppost. Keep those hands up. Boys, do a perimeter sweep. Shortly. Are you sure excuse me. Are you sure you wouldn't rather I type, sir? Nah, I got it. How many P's and decapitated? One, sir. I can't get the image of that poor girl out of my mind. I know what you mean. It's been one long, unbelievably messed up night. I'll be glad when it's over. Excuse me, ladies. Got a visitor here wants to talk to you. Says his name is Bootsy. Whatever. You got 1 minute. I don't have much time and I shouldn't be saying anything, but please listen closely. The stakes are about to be raised and the Hellspawn is going to need you, and you're going to need him. I'm taking a great risk getting involved, but in the big picture, it's very important that Spawn survive what's coming ahead. You must see that he does. Let's go, booby! What the fuck? Indeed, sir. Scraps. That's all we got, pal. Scraps of info. Most of it conflicting and none of it making any sense when you put it together. Perhaps we've been going about it wrong. I've been thinking about what that gentleman said back at the precinct, sir. About the big picture. Alls I know is we gotta get a case that pays, and soon. That's the big picture. Do you believe in coincidence, sir? Yeah, I guess so. Well, I think we're looking at something that's far too complex to be coincidence. Let's start at the beginning. Chief Banks, Billy Kincaid, Antonio Twistelli, Jason Wynn, the Old Man Cog, Rat City, the Freak, the Gang War, even that gentleman named Bootsy. Right. A number of admittedly lurid but seemingly separate events. Yeah, I'm following you. But step back and look at them from a distance. Examine the geometry of the situation. Imagine each event as a point on a grid. And if we draw lines connecting them, they all pass through the same point. They all have one thing in common. Spawn. Yes, and who else? Us. I get your meaning, Twitch. Jesus, this could be the case of the century. Still believe in coincidence, sir? His stay at his shelter ended 3 days ago. Said he wasn't making enough of an effort. Tossed out on the street like so much refuse. Yesterday's news. Just another sad, pathetic turn in the downward spiral of Eddie Beckett. Screw him, he says. All them bastards. Who are they to judge? It's not his fault that his wife got cancer, or that the HMOs wouldn't do anything about it till it was too late, or that he got too sauced after the funeral and ran head-on into a family coming home from Coney Island, or that the damn lawyer's bled his last dime. He used to dream about a house in the country, a private jet. Now all he hopes for is a warm place to sleep and something halfway edible out of a dumpster. Funny how your priorities change. He catches it out of the corner of his eye. Just a brown paper package. Nothing special, but somehow it calls out to him. Maybe a stash of cash some gangster left behind. Or maybe a bag of jewels dropped in a heist. Hell, maybe it's someone's takeout that hasn't gone bad yet. Ew. It smells vile, like the inside of a slaughterhouse. What the hell is this crap? Necroplasm. A bag full of congealed sin, intended as the Freak's trophy from his encounter with the Spawn. Eddie curses his luck. He should have known better than to hope. Things are never going to change for him. Nothing. How could he know? Elusive as a shadow, Spawn cuts a jagged swath above the gaping canyons of Manhattan. Across the city, wherever he moves, resting souls are shaken from their slumber, hearts pounding, lungs clutching for breath. They will wake tomorrow complaining of unspeakable nightmares. Zzz, zzz, zzz. The day of reckoning is coming, little one. And on that day the righteous shall be separated from the wicked. Each shall know who they are. But we already know what side you're on, don't we, boy? Let this be a warning to you, those like you, those lost sheep who stray from the fold. The night belongs to those who walk with us, not against us. Merrick, if you're ready. Oh, I'm ready. And the Lord said, let there be light. Ah! Damn, he kicked me. Hold him still. Crash! What the? Release the child. I don't know who the hell you are, but you crashed the wrong party. Hit the lights, gentlemen. Skling! It's showtime! Bad move. Now, I'm going to count to 3. You're dead meat. 1. Wham! The darkness rings out with a peal of gunfire and the snap of breaking bones. Gunpowder flash illuminates the room like a strobe light. Constricted throats cry out a chorus of unholy sounds. Crack! 2. Damn it, I'm hit. Blam, blam, blam. Where the hell is he? Blam, blam. Over there, by the wall. No, that's me. To your left, to your left. Blam. 3. Easy there, son. It's over. You got a home to go to? Mm-hmm. Then go there, now. As he watches Spawn disappear into the night, the boy begins to smile. He really doesn't understand at all, does he? The Hellspawn doesn't have a clue which side is which. What strange luck, he thinks. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Ah, the boy laughs now, a hearty, ancient laugh, his razor teeth glinting in the moonlight. He raises his shirt, revealing an emblem blazoned across his belly. The same as the Hellspawn's, only reversed. Black on white. The brand of heaven. Are still looking for a motive behind what is being called a disturbing outbreak of violence among New York's homeless population. The apparent turf war erupted late last night between what appears to be warring factions of homeless persons who reside in the blighted area of Manhattan, commonly referred to as Rat City. Police are estimating fatalities to be as high as 40 and are questioning survivors as to what may have spurred such violence. Swank New Yorkers in the know are flocking to a new destination. Convenient to the chalk lines the police have drawn around the recent turf war victims, it's a bit of an urban decadence called the Rat's Ass. The small club is located in, we're assured, positively the less undiscovered corner of the Bowery's Rat City district. The bar doesn't even open until 2 a.m., closes half an hour before sunrise, and is cunningly decorated in early hopelessness and despair. It must be tapping into some fin de sile. I don't know what that is. Angst, because lines routinely form around the block, even on weekends. Brush up on your Leo Gorcey and wear your dirty clothes in layers. Murderous intentions are welcome, but purely optional. That odd glow in the sky last week? Yeah, that was indeed a full moon. Besides the usual increases in crime and hooliganism, this time it brought with it a remarkable explosion of violence in that little bit of heaven we call Rat City. For years, El Ratso has been our catch-all blight, a playground for drug addicts, mobsters, hookers, and the folks who couldn't afford to stay in the flop houses. What finally brought this mix to a boil? There was no benefit for anybody. My bookie never even called me with the odds. Well, just as night's children bay at the moon, even I gotta admit there are some things that those of us caught between heaven and hell will never understand. 73, June, 98, The Heap. Oh, cool. I like this dude. Hopefully he doesn't die in one hit. Son of a bitch! Why did this have to happen to us? It ain't fair. Wham! Wham! Sir, you're overreacting. It's only a minor ruffle. There are other avenues available to us. We do have options. Oh, you mean? Yes, sir. The stairs. I will telephone building maintenance in the morning and let them know the elevator is out again. I'm sure it'll be repaired shortly. Remind me again how much we're paying for this dump. Significantly more than we've been bringing in lately, I'm afraid. Now breathe, sir. Odd. What's the matter? The light appears to be out. I tell you, when I get my hands on that landlord, I believe we have a flashlight somewhere. Gentlemen, we must speak. Huh? Cog? We must speak about the Hellspawn. Matters are about to become decidedly more complicated. I warn you two that you were chosen to assist him, to be his eyes, his hands in the human world. Something is coming. Look, you old fart, you got a lot of nerve breaking in here. You're lucky you're not shot full of holes. And what's with the Mr. Spooky Act? I must concur, these cryptic encounters and vague circumlocutions are wearing a bit thin, Mr. Cagliostro. It's about time you learned about your new master. He will be needing you all too soon, I'm afraid. I had worked you two would have worked most of it out on your own. As you haven't, I'm leaving you a little present. It should shed some light on the situation. He's gone. What's that on the desk? Some kind of dossier. I don't mind telling you, Twitch, that old fossil is really getting on my nerves. Indeed, sir. Rat City, the shadow-drenched... Wow. Demi-monde? I guess we're really enjoying French today. Of the city's outcasts. Home not only to the Hellspawn Al Simmons, but to scores of dealers, hustlers, addicts, and winos, and to one renegade angel who calls himself Bootsy. Hey, Bobby, how you feeling, pal? You okay now? Bootsy, I still don't understand what happened, but I think I owe you my life. Whatever you did, thanks, pal. Don't mention it. Just go easy on the grape there, okay? Nah, it's okay. Just a little nip to take the edge. Ugh! Bobby! I'm fine, buddy. It comes and goes like this. Okay, well, take it easy, alright? Listen, I have to tell you something. I might have to go away. Maybe for good. I could be in trouble. I did something I wasn't supposed to do. Trouble? What are you talking about? He meddled in the affairs of mortals by saving your life. Now he fears celestial retribution. Isn't that right, Bootsy? Come, we need to speak. What's your game, Cagliostro? The machinations of heaven are something you're hardly qualified to speak on. Enough. There is no time for petty squabbling. I need to find Spawn. The survival of both our camps depends on it. Hey, whatever you two been drinking, how about you pass the bottle? Don't act so surprised. You feel it too, don't you, Bootsy? There is a storm gathering, a third force which lies between heaven and hell. It cares nothing of the war we wage. But it could prove the undoing of the Hellspawn. If Al Simmons perishes, we both know what happens next. The final battle will commence, and Earth will be torn apart in the process. A few weeks ago, Eddie Beckett was about as low as a man could get. Hopeless, helpless, not a friend in the world. But that's all changed. Now Eddie sees himself as a squire of the streets, a man of action, the kind of man who gets things done. Come on, Eddie, I'm as dry as a desert. How you gonna score the goods? Leave it to me, I'm made to amaze. All right, then. Let me have a pint of Old Harper, 3 bottles of T-Bird, some of that jerky, a couple of those skin mags, and a carton of cigs. You know my brand. I'm gonna give you 1 pack of cigarettes because I'm a nice guy, but you gotta earn the rest. Come on, Pops, you know I'm good for it. You ain't been good for much lately. Let me explain the concept of trade to you. You give something of value to me, and in return I give you something of value. But lately, you ain't brought me nothing. Take the cigs and come back when you got something I can use. Hey, Pops, was that no-good bum who was just in here? I don't trust him. Here he's holding out on us. What's he got the Hope Diamond hidden under them rags of his? I don't know, but Gino and Mickey heard him bragging to the other trash bags how he lucked into something special. I don't like it. He did he? Well, I still don't think he could have much of nothing, but you check it out just the same. Don't worry, Pops. I'll talk to him. Let him know gently that you don't muck with the demonos. You think you can hold out on us? Think you can mess with Think you can mess with me and mine? What'd I do? Womp. Word is, you came across something of value, got greedy. You know the deal. Your job is keep your eyes open. You tell us when someone is going away for the weekend, or when some rich kid parks his car in a stupid place. That's your job. It's not your place to be lifting goods for yourself. So whatever it is you found, hand it over. It's not like that. Look, it was just talk. Just big talk. It don't mean nothing to anyone but me. Look, I'll show you. See? It's not worth anything. Just something I found. Makes me feel special. Confident. I don't know why. Let me see. The hell? It's a bag full of snot. You think this is funny? Smack! We take care of you and you're playing some kind of joke? Is that it? No, I swear. Real funny loser, I'm busting a gut here. Ah, no! Who's laughing now, dipstick? Hours pass. The moon arcs through the night sky. Sprawled at the literal crossroads of heaven and hell, Eddie Beckett lies dying, his body numb to the blood-warm breeze that flows through the alleys. Against the aching, slow drip of time, he clings desperately to his last moments. He does not know that the strange, eerie substance he so coveted, in fact, the fuel behind his aggressiveness, contains a portion of the Hellspawn's power. Dying with slow and shallow breaths, he doesn't notice the necroplasm inching languidly towards him. Necroplasm is symbiotic by nature. It requires a host in order to function properly. It seeps into his wounds, mixing with blood, permeating his organs, eating the marrow from his bones, recreating the host for its own needs. But Eddie Beckett doesn't understand any of this. He only understands the pain. What is happening to me? And a new being is born, drawing form from its fetid environment, reaching out to the refuse and waste of the city, pulling in all the bubbling contagion, the putrid decay that mankind has littered upon the world. It strips away flesh and bone, replacing them with crumbling filth and broken glass. Grows a shambling mound of parasitic debris. All creation is accompanied by pain. In the dark womb of the alleyways, this moldering heap shudders and quakes, casting off the host and bringing a new creature into existence, gathering itself. And then, in the toxic yellow light of the street lamps, the creature rises. Oh, cool. Where temperatures continue to soar for the third consecutive day, the phenomenon has meteorologists baffled due to not only the unusual jump in temperature, but also by the notable absence of high-pressure systems and other typical indicators. Also unusual is the fact that the severe heat wave is extremely localized, affecting only roughly one-half of the borough of Manhattan. According to a spokesperson for the National Weather Service, researchers are exploring the possibility that the incident is being caused by some kind of geothermic activity. However, they point out that given the bedrock composition of Manhattan Island, it is very unlikely that such is the case. In New York, filming on the upcoming subway terrorist thriller Third Rail had to be halted yesterday after the cast and crew complained of severe heat, fatigue, and dehydration. At one point, temperatures broke the 130 mark under the punishing glow of the stage lights. Here, Lafave, Lafar, the controversial French director of Night Brigade and the 13th Apostle, initially objected to the notion of ceasing production, berating the film's stars and reportedly calling them whining, overpaid, pampered babies. Screen Actors Guild representatives intervened and the studio finally ordered filming to be shut down for the day, but not before several people were rushed to the hospital. Mike Ovitz, where are you when we need you? Hot enough for you? This past week, the capital of the civilized world inched one step closer to literally becoming hell on Earth. Temperatures soar with no apparent explanation. Ozone layer, El Nino, freak volcanic activity, phooey. All those scenarios are implausible on purely scientific grounds. So what could cause such a significant localized increase in neighborhood temperatures? 2 words, my friends. Nuclear waste. Has the government been illegally stockpiling nuclear materials beneath the city? Officials, not surprisingly, have described such a prospect as nonsense and sheer paranoia. So we're left with the only remaining possibility that Hell's Embassy in Manhattan has simply decided to stoke the furnaces. I've got my doubts. But what's left? By midday, the city burns like a hot coal. It is the type of heat that causes passions to rise with the mercury. The kind of heat that makes loyal husbands and wives rashly pack their bags and abandon their spouses, their children without a word. That leads quiet, sensible men to lonely rooftops where they look down on the city with murder in their minds. Those who can flee the city, heading for a more pleasant climb just across the nearest bridge. Those who can't try desperately to find a way to escape, or endure, or forget. As the day slips into evening, the heat increases. Forecast for tomorrow, more of the same. The heat does not abate with the coming of night. The shadows drape across the alleyways like layers of hot tar. One of the shadows moves. Bobby? Over here, Al. How you doing, buddy? I need to find Bootsy. Where is he? Bootsy? What do you want him for? There's something wrong in the alleys. Angels, vampires, and now something else. I can feel it. Like a part of me. I think Bootsy knows the answers. What? What are you guys on? Bootsy barely knows his own name. He's a nice guy, don't get me wrong. Bootsy is not what he appears. Have you seen him or not? Yeah, I saw him a while ago. He was at that place he likes, near that old boarded up bookbinders. The Dead Zone. Dead Zone? What Dead Zone? Al? Premonitions. A dull sense of peril grips the Hellspawn as he moves through the alleys. An unnamed dread calling out to him. A strange presence that reverberates through his necroplasmic core. Familiar, like some vague echo of himself. It's watching, like a great beast breathing in, out, slowly, deliberately, waiting patiently for the right moment to act. The alleyways shudder and convulse, raining down refuse and debris. The Spawn, misunderstanding, looks for signs of an intruder, someone or something hiding behind the piles of trash. Instinctively, his sentient cape reacts, gathers itself for battle. The rumbling grows louder, a great wave of waste collecting itself, undulating, shimmering with damp, fetid heat. And Spawn looks up to discover this vague dread he feels has a face. Wow. Nearby, worn heels strike hot asphalt. Cog! Cogliostro! Thank God you're here. It's happening. I don't know what, but I can feel it. That danger you spoke of, it's coming for Spawn. We have to find him. Help him. Now you want to help him? I thought heaven wanted him dead. Don't play games with me, Cog. This is too important. You know what's at stake. Very well. We both knew this day would come. I just hope we're not too late. Spawn struggles against a towering wall of living rubbish, engulfed by the rotting heat of decay. Decades of abandoned refuse given human form, all that poisonous debris that has assaulted the earth, all that carelessly discarded debris that has marred nature's verdant glory, gathers itself into an unstoppable, gargantuan heap. Look at it. For centuries, nature has endured the indifferent offenses of mankind. Beginning tonight, nature is striking back. To be continued. Okay, we've got one more. 74, 1998. Let me get some water real quick before we move on with this final issue. Alright. Always keep bottled water handy when I do these. The Void. Also a pretty good movie. Unbelievable. Absolutely unfreaking believable. And all without any steroids, if you can believe it. Excuse me, sir? You think Al Simmons has been taking steroids? That might explain his tremendous strength, but... No, not Simmons. This article on carbo loading and vascular development. Advanced nutrient delivery systems. That's Gonna be me in a couple of months, pal. It's very scientific. Of course it is, sir. Now to the matter at hand. Yeah? What did you find in that file? What does it say about this Simmons character? Very compelling. Lieutenant Colonel Al Simmons, excellent student and athlete, war hero, took a bullet in a presidential assassination attempt. He then joins the CIA, goes Black Ops for a while, shows up in some very interesting places, Angola, Nicaragua, Cambodia. Marries his longtime sweetheart, Miss Wanda Blake. They settled down a little, but he still travels a lot. Best friend was a fellow operative named Terry Fitzgerald. Terry and Wanda. Ring a bell? Yeah, little girl. Kidnapping case a while ago. What else? This should get your attention, sir. Both men reported directly to the same man. United States Security Council Executive Director, Jason Wynn. Wynn? Jesus, that son of a bitch is part of this? It would appear so. Damn. I don't like the smell of this one, Twitch. There's more. Simmons dies in the line of duty. Is given a hero's funeral. A couple years later, Wanda Blake and Terry Fitzgerald are wed. So Spawn's a dead guy, huh? Guess that would explain the complexion. Yes, unfortunately it doesn't explain the getting up and moving around part. Jason Wynn. That's one snake that seems to be in every garden. So, this ties Simmons to Wynn, which ties him to Senator Jennings, which ties him to Billy Kincaid, which ties him to Chief Banks, may he burn in hell, which ties him into us getting our butts kicked off the force. Could it be that Simmons is still operating under Wynn? Some experimental military project? No, that doesn't fit the pattern. But there are still some pieces of the puzzle we're missing. Yeah, like why that old coot Cog gives us a file and tells us to make buddy-buddy with Spawn. And is this all verified? It all checks out with the database? Everything I could get access to. As I said, there are still a lot of dark areas. Well, if even half of it's true, there's some bad mojo going down. More corpses come out of those alleys than cockroaches. Well, I tell you, Twitch, we're gonna get those missing answers, even if I gotta pry them out of him with my bare hands. Indeed, sir? That's right. I figure we got at least enough to hold him for questioning. We're bringing him in. Rat City, the scorching, fetid heat. The scorching, fetid heat hangs thick in the air. Rodents scurry from their cover, frightened by the terrible din of battle. Toom! A plague wind gusts through the alleyways. Litter and debris erupt into the night. Let go of me! I don't know who sent you, but these alleys belong to me! Spawn regards his enemy, trying to make sense of the assault. A towering, shambling mound of living refuse. The unleashed fury of a living world, which will stand no more abuse. Hell-forged chains leap and dance in the moonlight. So back off! As Spawn battles this lumbering poisonous heap, a vague twinge of recognition flows through him. A strange sense of deja vu, as if he sees himself reflected in the creature's eyes. Splack! What are you? Wham! With each powerful blow, the heap explodes in a cascade of rotting refuse, only to reassemble itself a moment later. Slam! Splack! A wave of terror engulfs the Hellspawn as he passes through the heart of the beast. It gathers itself again, greater than before. Damn! As Spawn stares into the gaping face of doom. We're too late! No, we can't be! By the Shining City! Do something, damn it! You do have a plan, don't you? No! Spawn! Ow! Get away! You don't understand what that is! Wow. An avalanche of pestilence careens down on the Hellspawn, consuming him in its wake. The blanket of refuse quivers softly for a moment, like the surf upon the shore, and then it is still. He's gone. Al, where are you? Cog, start looking for him. Very well, but answer me something, Bootsy. Why do you care, of all people? Why does an agent of heaven want to save the Hellspawn? You wouldn't believe me. Try me. Because of the war. When he dies, the Great War begins. Armageddon will come, and we are not ready. Malebolgia has harvested too many souls. Heaven has grown careless. If the war begins now, hell shall be the victor. That is why I must keep Al Simmons alive. It's no use. He's not here. What do we do now? O heavenly hosts, our need is dire. I beseech thee, send me a sign. Don't waste your time, Bootsy. You think the old bugger gives a crap about any of this? Do not mock me, Cogliostro. I have been patient with you, but you test my limits. I'm not in this campaign for my own interests. I'm not looking out for number one as you are. There are billions of souls at stake, including yours, you fool. Okay, calm down. Besides, I think I found your sign. What is it? Oh no, the sigil of the Hellspawn. It's left behind when the spawn is eliminated. The Seraphim hunters collect them as trophies. I know what it is. Remember to whom you are speaking. So he really is gone. How soon will it start? Chatoom! Lightning cuts a jagged swath across the night sky. A welcome rain falls on the parched earth. Soon the shower becomes a downpour. The downpour becomes a tempest. The heavens weep. Queens, New York, the home of Terry and Wanda Fitzgerald. Uh-oh, he's gone, Mommy. What's that, baby? Who's gone? The sad man. Something happened to him. Something bad. Free fall. Where am I? The Hellspawn tumbles through an inky void. An endless, airless abyss. No sound, no sensation. Just a gargantuan, all-consuming maw of emptiness. Time melts away, loses its meaning. How long has he been falling? What happened? Where am I? A lifetime? A death time? Long enough for panic to grow into terror, for frustration to bloom into a desperate agony of anticipation. He tries to shout, to call out, but no words come. Someone, anyone, please! Maybe this is death. No harps, no pitchforks, just an endless eternal nothingness. But there is no peace in this solitude, no comfort. Just fear. Fear and a colossal loneliness that cuts him to the core. Perhaps he's not falling. Perhaps he's rising. There's no way to tell, really. Is this it? Is this the end? The blood-stained tapestry of his life unfolds in a wash of memory. Lieutenant Colonel Al Simmons, warrior, hero, assassin, killed in the line of duty, betrayed by those he trusted most, damned for his sins. Reborn as a soldier of hell in exchange for the chance to see his wife again, Wanda. He clutches to her name, her memory, as if it were a precious jewel. He aches for her. He remembers the velvet caress of her hand, the smell of her skin. He remembers her eyes, so dark, yet so luminescent. Wanda, I failed. I'm sorry. And he imagines never seeing those eyes again, never again hearing her laugh. Once again, Al Simmons understands damnation. Wanda! Hellspawn, I'm sorry. I've been sent for you. They're waiting. What is this place? How do I get out of here? Good question. If I knew that, I wouldn't be here. You're out of luck, I'm afraid. Who are you? I'm not sure. My name used to be Eddie Beckett, but I don't think that's who I am anymore. I think maybe I'm a ghost. I used to be a man, maybe not much of one. I was a bum, died in an alleyway holding a pile of this weird green goo. Next thing I know, some toxic beast starts stalking a claim on my body. It stripped off the flesh from my bones, burned the blood from my veins. That's a bitch, I can tell you, but part of me remained. I guess I'm the leftovers, the scraps. Story of my life. That weird green goo, it must have been necroplasm. It was part of me. Guess that makes us blood brothers, huh? Anyway, I'm sorry about all this. Really, I never wanted to hurt nobody. That's the truth. No hard feelings, huh? I mean, I'm just the messenger. What do you mean? Whose messenger? Malebolgia's? You'll find out soon enough. Listen, if it makes you feel any better, I'm sure you probably don't deserve any of this. Not that it'll make any difference. Damn it, what are you talking about? I gotta go. They're calling for you. Good luck. Hellspawn, oh wow, hold on. Hellspawn, we call for you upon this verdant hour. We call upon you to face your judgment. We care little for your fate, Hellspawn. Your damnation does not concern us. Your petty war does not concern us. And just who is it that dares to judge me? And I guess that's when they say that, whatever. But you are a threat to our well-being, a threat which will not be tolerated, a threat which will be neutralized. Follow the light, Hellspawn. The Emerald Parliament is waiting. I'm not following anything until someone explains what's going on. You have no choice. This is our domain, free from the taints of both heaven and hell. You have no power here. The hour of reckoning is upon you, Hellspawn. Come. There. What is this place? Where am I? You are at the heart of the world, Hellspawn. The place where everything begins. Welcome home, Al Simmons. Continued. That is a great place to leave us off. Remember when I said the first part of this was boring and nothing really happened? Well, it kind of kicked things into gear this time. Now, Spawn is being judged by some unknown council. It's going to be very interesting. Let's look at some of this art gallery work here. Some of these inks. Love ink work, don't you? Oh yeah, that's a great piece. Look at that. Still a very impressive monster. That's really cool. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I like that. That's like poster worthy art. Yeah, the trash monster. Alright, I don't see anything special here. Okay, so we'll be doing Spawn 75. We're getting closer and closer to number 100. I think I said I was going to quit after 100, but I'm not real sure. We'll see. It depends. Because I thought about going from Spawn to Witchblade or even the Darkness, you know, trying to do maybe some other stuff, right? Try just some other things. I don't think I'm going to cover Invincible or anything like that. Um but yeah, I do really like Spawn. That's why I started with that one, and it's a great series. Don't know if I'll do Savage Dragon. It just, you know, I'll just try a bunch of things and we'll see what gets the hits and, you know, what you guys like, we'll just continue with. Now, I know some of the books I do right now don't actually really get that many hits, and, you know, I'm in the middle of them. So, like, the Inkle doesn't do that well, and that's fine. I'm going to continue with that. Fathom, you know, of course that gets hits, but we're going to be changing Fathom up soon because we're very close to the end of Fathom. And I mean the end of Fathom. I actually looked it up. So there's not a whole lot left we have for that series, and I'm not sure what we'll be replacing it with, but I've got some ideas. Um, so there's a lot of different things we can do. I'd like to do another Aspen book, and I mean Aspen Comics, of course. I'd like to highlight some more of their stuff. So we'll see what happens there. But at any rate, guys, this is the Grim Lord, and we will see you guys next time on Grimm's Comics Corner with more great, well, I guess another issue of Spawn, right? We'll have another volume for you guys coming up. So I'm out. See you next time.